All right, guys. Paul Singh, Market Speculator with the trade report for Friday, September 21st, 2018. Let's take a look at SPY here. Big breakout yesterday, up 0.81%. Two highs. We're looking like we're going to make another big run here. And the encouraging thing is volume came in yesterday. Look at that. So really good here. We are at best case scenario. Remember, when we start the week, we always talk about where could the market go in terms of best case, worst case. Right now, we are in that best case scenario in terms of the market popping here. And yesterday, we got a little bit of an improvement. We talked about still a little bit of market breadth concern. Some sectors not really moving. We do still have a little bit of that, but a bit of an improvement with the Qs here, up 1%. Still not at highs, but at least we got a nice bounce there. And then IWM got up over its 9 as well, up almost 1%. So good day overall for the market. And we were seeing kind of on at least 1 day basis, more of a broad-based type move, which is what we want to see. We haven't talked about semiconductors in a while, but semiconductors made a really strong move yesterday, popping here, still lagging, way off the highs here at 113. They have lagged the market over the last few months, but really nice move, potentially a breakout yesterday. So I didn't add any semiconductors to the list at the end of the week here. But over the weekend, I might go through and add some semiconductor stocks if they're looking good. Yesterday's entry was ERX. So let's start with the ETF XLE. Holding the 50-day moving average. Volume has been coming in. So I think here now, at 75 at the least, it's low risk. We can play for a move to the top of the range here and use a pretty tight stop which will give us a good risk reward. So of course, we never use the underlying. I use the leveraged ETF ERX. So entry was a little above 36 here. It did pull back later in the day. And then we've got a target. I said 40 here, which would give us a nice risk reward. But potentially this thing could hit highs here at 43. And again, low risk. We don't have to risk too much to get that big win. Other positions, Netflix still kind of hanging out at our entry level, was in the 364s, sitting at 365. So hasn't made that next push, and a little discouraging here that Qs were up 0.4% or almost 1% or over 1%, and Netflix was down 0.4%. So we would have expected a little bit of a move here yesterday, which we didn't get. Baidu, on the other hand, was very strong, up 1.8%, so beating the Qs. And what's good for us now is it's up over pre-market over the 50-day moving average, which could really send it moving here towards our target range. So everything's looking good here for Baidu. And then gold was up over our entry level here, but this morning gapping down. But again, we have this as kind of a hedge for our long positions, just because market's extended, we like it, but a little bit of a concern. So we want to put that gold hedge in there. That's current positions. Let's go over some potential setups. We have SOXL. I just talked about semiconductors. And I think SOXL is going to beat a lot of the stocks. Like yesterday, it was up 3.4% since it's a leveraged ETF. I think if you're looking for something, this is at a decent entry spot here, in the sense that, especially for maybe a little bit of a longer hold. We don't want hold leveraged ETFs too long because of price decay. But if we hold this for maybe 2-3 weeks, we could see a move here, maybe even up here to 285, which would be 20 points, and we only need to risk maybe 8 points here. So we'd get it probably 2.5 to 1 on the risk reward, or actually higher than that, 3 to 1. So SOXL, SGMS, we hadn't talked about this one for a while. I was really excited here when the news came out about sports betting, Supreme Court ruling. And this is a stock that would be expected to do well, and it was doing well, but then kind of has tanked here since, but might be waking up. And the clue here is the underlying volume pattern as this thing has been going down. You see big spike here, and pretty good overall here. And then we got a big spike here with the bullish engulfing. So if this thing starts to get up here around 27, 28, I might consider it for an entry. So keep an eye out on SGMS. Coop, in a nice hammer yesterday. I want to see a little bit of a follow through, maybe to 79. Then we could put a target range at 85. Facebook has been beaten down, and then yesterday got up over its 9. Low risk, we could put a 4-point stop and play for a move to about 179. So that would be 4 points of risk for about 13 points. So we're looking for really, that would be about a 4-3 or 4-1 risk reward. ISRG looking strong here at the 9. ILMN looking very strong, holding the 9 and ready to break to highs. The rest of the focus list pretty much remain the same. I like Orly here at the 9. Apple needs to get up over its 9, almost did yesterday. Alta pulling back here. I want to see a little bit of a pullback and a test of the 9 or a break of the high at 290. So that's it for the trade report today. We're heading into the weekend. Maybe I'll add a position, depends on how the market looks intraday. Otherwise, I'll see you guys before the market open on Monday. And I will also be scheduling our next upcoming mentoring session. If you haven't looked at the older ones already, go ahead and view